Maria, 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 Maria. Hey everybody, welcome back and welcome to my first music theory lesson. Because singers, we have to know that shit too, and it is really useful and fun. So today we start really minor, just starting out with intervals. So what is an interval? An interval is the distance between one note and the next one. So when you hear something like that, you should be able as a singer to tell me what kind of interval that is. But to do that, to be able to do that, we have to learn that first. So let me start you just generally right now, really quickly, what intervals are there. Let's start. There is a small second, a big second, a minor third, a major third, a quart, a tritone, a fifth, the minor sixth, the sixth, minor seven, major seven, and the octave. So what's the difference between them? You heard like we're just getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So the difference there is that we always adding some kind of a semitone and largen up this distance between one note and the other, and therefore they all get a different character and a different energy that we are going to need for our singing, for arranging, for composing, for everything basically. You really should know that. So we have the minor second, which is just one half tone. So I'm starting on C. To get to my minor, first is just this half tone up to the C sharp, or in this case D flat. Just the same as in the big second, which would be two half tones. I'm starting on my C, 1, 2, to my D. So C or D, two half tones, two semitones, and we have our major second. And then if we put one more half tone up there, so we're at 1, 2, 3 half tones, semitones, half tones, as you like it. There's our small 3, minor 3, which would also be the beginning of my minor chord, which we will learn later, which sounds like that. You all know it. So one more half tone, so we're coming from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4 is our major third, I'm very sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4 is the major third, and this is our major chord beginning. You also know that, maybe from school, when class is over. We all remember that one, or at least the most of us. From there on, if I stay on my C as my first tone and I go one more semitone upwards to my F, so C to F, I have my fourth. And there we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 semitones. So from C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 semitones would be my fourth, my natural third. And one more half tone up, we have a chord that is a bit less known because it's a bit disharmonic. It's called tritone. And you know it from, maybe you've listened to West Side Story, you saw the movie, or you saw You saw the miracle. You saw the musical. You know maybe. Maria, 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 Maria. A tritone that is resolving into a fifth, a perfect fifth, which would be our next. Tritone has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 semitones and divides our octave into the half. So it's 6 from here and 6 more half tones up, we have our octave. Which is interesting because you hear it's very, very dissonant. You want to resolve that either or to get into a position of, oh yeah, now I'm home. And this one is especially interesting because you can do a lot with it for your songwriting, for melodies, for just to make things a little bit more spicy and interesting. The fifth, it's also called our frame interval. Why? All our chords, major, minor, and whatever else is coming, it's the next session, is in this frame of the perfect fifth. And this one is the most harmonious from the frequencies, they are very, very similar, the first note and the second note. So we have a C and a G, and it's very harmonious, and it's very resolution. It has a very big resolution capacity. Then you have a minor 6, which is a little bit saddish. We go here from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 half tones to the major 6 with 9 semitones and half tones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Also, this is one that is very harmonious. It can be replaced with the bass tone, or not replaced, but it's very similar to the bass tone, and is not going to give you much tension, but it is very nice to smoothen out some things. So consider the 6 sometimes. My minor 7. There we are now at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 semitones. And my major 7s with 11 semitones. Also, this one wants to resolve again. This is maybe how you learn to hear that over the tension. You have a big jump from low to high, and it wants to go higher and resolute in the octave. So there's also tension you can work with. And then the octave, 12 from 12 semitones. That's our last interval for that section, for this beginner sections. So what's the big thing about that? As soon as you understand how this is sounding, this is working, this is feeling, you will be much more able to identify in songs what's happening. You will be much more able to hear out your vocal melody from another singer, for example. You will understand better how your voice is working together with others, for example, in choirs. And to help you a little bit to learn that now, I want to give you audio examples that I have used in the beginning to learn that. And what you can do is you can go find your own examples. Maybe you have other examples or other things where you say, hey, it sounds like this and that. I just give you my ideas first now. There's a lot other ways also to learn that. Not every teacher is happy teaching this via songs. For me, it worked very well. So for this big second, for example, there's a German children's song called Alle meine Entchen. Alle meine Entchen. So the first jump from the first to the second note is our second. Alle. And I can just do it from any other note now. Alle. 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 So you can see this is working from every single tone. So I already told you for the minor third, for me it's a minor chord. So when I hear that, I automatically hear, and I know, okay, so minor third. Same thing for the major third. Because this is very happy, this is more like, so this is just on how I feel with those sounds. So you have to have something in you that connects the sound and gives you this feedback like, oh, this could be that and that. We have a fourth. Also a German song for this, because I'm German, I learned all the German examples, is Das Wandern. Das Wandern ist des Müllers Lob. So we have the beginning of da da, or we just had Carnival. Da 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 da, the Carnival Tusch, which is also a fourth. We have, I think it's the hospital, the emergency cars that have the fourth, and the police cars who have the fifth, but I'm not sure, I have to check that again. That's also a way to remember that. Tritone I already showed you just recently. Maria. So when I hear that, I immediately have to think of Maria, 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 Maria. And I know, okay, we have a tritone. For the fifth, also a German Christmas song. Also German children Christmas song. Morgen kommt der Weihnachtsmann. So it is beginning with this fifth jump. Da, 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 da. And the small sixth is, for me, for example, the beginning of Christina Aguilera's Hurt. It was something like... Wait. seems like it was yesterday. So when I hear that, I hear ah, and so on. The sixth is something more people might know. To me, it's my bunny is over the ocean. Seventh, we are again at West Side Story. There's a place for us. And here again, I just have the tension that I hear, okay, it wants to go to fulfill the octave. That's just examples. Especially for the singers, I like to do it with songs because you immediately learn how it feels to sing those intervals. What your throat has to do, what your muscles have to do to get exactly on that pitch, how it feels, how to land. So for every singer, I would recommend to learn these intervals directly with singing. It will help you quite a lot. So I don't think there is much more to add. We have the intervals from 1 semitone to 12 semitones. We have the different names for that. We have some song examples for that. Do yourself a favor, go through your piano, give you any kind of note. In the beginning, you can start with, let's do a minor 3. Ba, 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 ba. So if you're better with that, you can use any syllable, by the way. You only want to give yourself the first note. Ba. And then you can check it with the piano if you were right or not. Just to recheck if you can really do it or if you can only do it by hearing. Yeah, well, so far so good. I hope you have a pleasant time practicing with this. In the next episode, we're gonna use this insight of the intervals to start building our first chords. And I hope to have you with me again. Goodbye.